Hey everyone, welcome back. Nick here. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about the Ghostbusters. I've been really wanting to talk about this for a while, so please, let's just get this talking about right now. I've had some thoughts, I've seen some internet chatter, so I really want to talk about this, so let's talk about this.
Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay?
Specifically, we're going to talk about Hasbro has teased on Ghostbuster Day, so this is a couple months ago, that they are going to release a brand new Haslab project. This would be their third Haslab project for Ghostbusters. The first was their Proton Pack. The second was the Ghost Trap and PKE Mirror, which is in the process of being made as this is being recorded. It's supposed to ship out later this fall. So they've been doing a lot of props. So they're teasing they're going to do a third one because the other two have been wildly successful. So what will be this third one? No one quite knows. Will it be the Ecto goggles? Will it be the much ignored belt gizmo? No one does the belt gizmo. No one cares about the belt gizmo. Not even Spirit Halloween has done the belt gizmo. And they did a walkie-talkie. Why they do a walkie? What I'm trying to get at is they're actually not doing any props this time. Well, supposedly. The logo, and the teaser image, which I'll post here, shows that it looks like a Ghostbusters logo and a car wheel with the red fin. So it's implied that might be an Ecto 1. There's a lot of theories on that. We're going to go into that. The leading one is that it's going to be a Plasma Series style Ecto 1. But then about a month later, through I believe it was Yes Have Some podcast, also do Toy Anxiety, which if you don't check them out, you really should. If you're watching me, chances are you know about them because I'm nothing and they're like a higher end of toy tubers out there. So this is probably old news for you, but if not, go check them out. They're great. I had another image which I'll post that shows exclusive teases. They had two things of slime, one pink, one green, car keys, Statue of Liberty mug, a library card that had the expiration date of 6/89, which is when Ghostbusters 2 was released. Could it be a Ghostbuster 2 related Haslab? It is not a slime blower. It would be no, it would not be a slime. Could it be? No. They're not going to do a slime blower. So I got some thoughts on all this, and I have my notepad right here so I don't lose track of what I'm trying to say because there's a lot I want to get out. First, it's a new Ecto. Hasbro has been just on the ball with all these Ectos. Like ever since they got the license, they released the Plasma Series Ecto, which was a smaller Ecto, didn't fit the figures, for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Then they remade that one. They re-released it with a new paint scheme to make it look like the car in the original movie, which came with a series of smaller figures. Well, it didn't come with it. You could buy it separately. That the figures can go in the Ecto 1. They re-released the Kenner Ecto 1. They had an Ecto 1 for Ghostbusters Afterlife, which they then redecoed for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Not to mention all the premium Ecto 1s that have been out there recently. It seems like it's a golden age of Ecto 1s. So it's interesting they're still going into that, but it is a famous movie car, and if you're going to do a Ghostbusters Haslab that isn't a prop, that seems like the next natural thing. But one thing I am curious about is why a Plasma Series? Why one, assuming if the rumors are true, I'm going on what the suspicion is, that it will fit the 6-inch Plasma Series figures. I have a couple of them right over there. Why that? Because the Plasma Series is a deadline. It is. I know people don't want to hear that, but it is.
Let us hear it for our poor dead friend.
They had the original Ghostbusters, then they had the Frozen Empire, the Afterlife one, then after 2021, that line did not come back. If it was successful, I know some people out there are like, well, I bought them, and they're always off the shelf. It means it was really successful. Haslab's leaving money on the table, or Hasbro's leaving money on the table. No, they're not. They are trying to get money. Despite what people might think, these toy companies have always wanted money. That's what they're here for. They got passionate people involved. They want to do cool work. but ultimately it's what's making money. If the Plasma series made money, the line would have continued. There would have been figures for Frozen Empire, but it didn't. Maybe this is a way to like restart that line, get interest back into it. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the theory is, because of all the hints of Ghostbusters 2, could this be an Ecto 1A? Here's a picture of the Ecto 1A. They could do it. That would be that would make it a little bit different from the other ones. But then it really wouldn't fit with any of the figures of the Plasma line that's been released, which have been Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters Afterlife specific. Now, one thing that I thought about, and I'm not the only one, I saw other people sort of come up with this theory. Could the Haslab have convertible pieces where you can convert the Ecto 1 into the Ecto 1A? Which, if that's the case, that would actually be pretty brilliant, because not only would you get your choice of which one you want, but hardcore collectors would buy two. So they have one Ecto and one Ecto 1A. But if they do it that way, I would love to know how they would convert it. Because if you see, here's a picture of Ecto 1A. The Ecto 1A, outside of a different roof rack and a bumper, which can be, that can be added probably relatively easily. But it has way more graphics on it. It has like their phone numbers on it. It has like yellow and black striping, and the new Ghostbusters 2 logo. Would those be stickers that you'd have to peel off, peel on? Would they be parts you could just take off? I mean, if it was the doors, just the logo on it, that'd be one thing. But it would also be that stripping. If that is stickers, that would be sort of disappointing for like a premium collectible like that. And yeah, I'm considering a Haslab a premium collectible, because it'd look a little, I don't want to say cheap, but I don't know. There have been other premiums that have had that stuff sort of printed on. And even non-premiums. Look at the Playmobil Ecto 1A. That stuff, none of that was a sticker. That was all printed on their pieces there. Would they just give you the stickers and then you can decide? I would hate that, because I don't like putting stickers on, because if they go on just wrong, good luck trying to get it off again. That's just a personal thing. Maybe other people are much better at it. I don't know. But I mean, if they do have a way that could be successful at it, I mean, it is kind of genius, because then it can get people to buy two when they normally would have bought one. Especially if the price for one is reasonable. If it's like, I don't know, $199, $200, and then $400 for both cars, that's not terrible. It really isn't. One thing that I've seen people complain about with the Ectos that have been released is that no Ectos have ever been able to have 4 Ghostbusters sitting in it. That's ridiculous. The Kenner one didn't do it, which is true. You can only sit 2, then one on the gunner seat, and then maybe someone can lay down in the back. The new Ecto one still didn't. Supposedly the smaller Ecto, with the O-ring figures that just was released, 4 Ghostbusters can't be there. But one thing they always forget that I got right here. Here's the Playmobil Ecto 1A. Take off the roof and see all the people. 1, 2, 3, 4 seats. You could fit 4 Ghostbusters in here. No one wants to talk about that. I'm surprised, because this is, for a Playmobil, this is pretty dope. Got this for my Santa Claus. Got this for my kids a few years back. And you can fit 4 Ghostbusters. That's all I know about that. But I guess for 6 inches, this would be the first, but it's also the first 6-inch Ecto 1 they potentially would be doing. So the next thing is, I have questions about, what would be the unlockables? What would you be able to do to make this Ecto 1, because every Haslab has unlockables to get more people interested in it. I guess the first unlockable would have to be a conversion kit. That would, if they do one or the other, that would make so much sense. Maybe it lights up and has sounds. That would be pretty cool. We'll see. I do a conversion kit that could be on one unlockable. If it's an Ecto 1A, another unlockable could be, because they always like to have figures like Star Wars, G.I. Joe. When they've had these Haslabs, usually come with a figure of some kind. What if it is what if they have the 4 Ghostbusters as unlockables in their Ghostbuster 2 outfits? That would be an easy thing, easy for Hasbro to do, I would imagine, because they have the sculpts. It would be a simple repaint. Maybe they'd have to redo Winston's face because he didn't have the mustache and he had a little bit of a different haircut in Ghostbusters 2. Let's put him with the new charcoal gray uniforms. I think that would lure a lot of people in. It would be a good unlockable, especially if you're doing the Ecto 1A. Other unlockables, I don't know. Maybe, maybe the that should come with it. The trap that you can get. Hey, maybe it would be a conversion to the Frozen Empire. It had to be the Frozen Empire Ecto 1, because doing a conversion to the Ecto from Afterlife, thought like the rust and battle damage, I don't think that would work. But that could be another conversion, like an 89 conversion and then a 2024 conversion. It's possible. I don't know. These are just thoughts I have. We'll find out for sure probably in another month or two. This is supposed to launch in the fall, so I would bet maybe by Thanksgiving we'll know when we'll know what this is. I have a wild swing, something I have no evidence in, but the successful toy line for Hasbro seems to have been the seems to have been the Fright Features line, which is like the 3 3/4, 4-inch figures that kind of blend well with the classic Kenner line. And they've been re-releasing the Kenner figures, now the Fright Features one. Here's a wild swing. I have no evidence back up. But what if their Haslab is a Kenner-style Ecto 1A? I know they did one back in the day, the Kenner did, but it was just the Ecto 1 with new stickers on. But like a all-in Ecto 1A with a updated Firehouse playset. That would be cool. That would be actually pretty neat. I'm surprised they haven't done something like that yet. And they may not be. This is a wild swing. It's probably not going to be the case. What if the Ecto is a 2016 Ecto? That would be hilarious. Could you imagine the meltdown that the internet would have? They're not going to do that. Pretty sure. But that would be amusing to me to see, because man, people get too angry over that movie. Way too angry over it. So I don't know. I'm curious. The question is, if it is an Ecto 1, will I get it? No, probably not. I'm not really interested. I have been getting the Haslab Ghostbusters stuff so far, because I like the props. I like dressing up for Halloween and other things, and I've been getting that. But as for like figures or a vehicle, I'm not too interested in that. I have my Kenner Ecto 1. That's good enough for me. Leave it at that. Of course, I say that, and I'll be like, well, we gotta buy it. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I look forward to other people getting it. But I guess we'll find out. It's not a slime blower. I don't think so. It's probably an Ecto 1. It's got to be. We'll find out soon, I guess. I don't know. All right. Well, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
You hose him, please.
Hose him.